Hi parents. I just wanted to take a couple of short minutes today to talk through some of the changes we're seeing in elementary due to the construction project. So far the construction project has not impacted the elementary learning program, nor do we anticipate it impacting the elementary learning program. It has, however, impacted two areas. One is the SOI 15 entrance, and one is our recess available space for our students. I want to go over both of those because as we enter our third week of school, we're noticing that actually these are running very smoothly and perhaps in some ways better than they had in prior years. So today I want to specifically talk about the most visible change for our students and for parents, which is the elementary playground, which impacts the elementary recess field. Now, there is a reduction in space, but it's a 25% of our playground space actually is only about 10% of our entire available outdoor space for recess. And so that's the kind of restriction that we're talking about. We have been putting a lot of thought and time into recess because it affects two things that are really important to us: the safety of our students and our students' engagement in what is actually a really positive learning time for students. In terms of the safety of students, we took a holistic view of supervision by increasing the number of duties for teachers at recess. We also looked at, considering we have a small reduction in space, what else could we do for our students during that time to make sure that they're safe, both emotionally, physically, and socially. And we've been able to expand that. One of the things that we did do was tighten up an existing policy which talked about how long students could eat in the cafeteria versus be outside. And right now what we've done is students have to be in the cafeteria for a certain amount of time, both at recess and lunch, in order to eat. Then when the bell goes, they switch over to go into the outside spaces. This isn't due to the construction project. This is something that we should have been doing anyways. And what it means is for any average students in years 2 through 6, they eat for about 20 minutes per day and they get to play outside for about 45 minutes per day. And we feel like this is a very safe and sustainable breakdown for our students. The other piece that's interesting is we had to look at how we could open up different areas to make sure that recess is more accessible. We have something called the Sabai room, which is a quiet space for students to use. We have our library. How are students accessing library? What access to games do they have? Do they have access to music practice rooms if they wanted indoor space? And so we've looked up and tightened up those procedures and processes to expand the number of offerings that we have for our students. In addition to making sure that as we had to remove the fixed play equipment in order to facilitate the construction, when we replaced it, thinking again on that safety piece, what are the standards we're installing to? What are the standards for that equipment, and can we do it safely? We will be replacing some of the fixed piece playground equipment, and we're anticipating that that will arrive and be installed somewhere towards the end of October, and I'll send updates as we have those timelines in a more concrete fashion. What I do know is that our students are happy and engaged at recess. They have more adequate chances to play, they have more adequate space to play, and they have more adults guiding them in what to us is a very important part of their learning day. The time that they get to socialize with different students across the year level, across different age groups, and do those important social aspects, those important aspects of game and play, which add not only so much learning to our school day, but so much enjoyment for our students. Thank you.